Klaus Schwab. A name you may not know well, yet his influence stretches across presidents, prime ministers, billionaires, and the most powerful corporations on Earth. As the founder of the World Economic Forum, Schwab built an organization that gathers the global elite in the snowy mountains of Switzerland. Here, in the secluded town of Davos, the future of nations and industries is quietly discussed, far from the public eye.
The World Economic Forum brings all these business leaders together, along with government officials, along with banking officials, the heads of central banks and so on. I mean, it's a place to go. If you want to network and get in the flow of things, that is where you're going to go.
But how did one man, born in post-war Germany, rise to become the architect of what some call the most powerful network in the world? And more importantly, what is his true agenda?
Very warm welcome to the first discussion at the World.
We have a very exciting panel today with different type of
online audience.
A session on investing in
Africa, is young people.
We have one of the most exciting
constructive optimism. We can shape the intelligent age as an era where every human being can realize its full potential.
Klaus Schwab was born in 1938 in Ravensburg, Germany, just a year before World War II erupted. His early life was shaped by war and then by a nation left in ruins. After the war, Germany wasn't only rebuilding its cities and economy, it was trying to rebuild its very identity. The past was heavy, but the drive to move forward was even stronger. For young Klaus Schwab, this world left a deep impression. He grew up believing the future needed leaders with both vision and discipline. In 1971, at just 33 years old, Schwab put that belief into action. He launched a daring idea, a meeting where world leaders, business giants, and top thinkers could come together under one roof. His mission wasn't just to shape companies or nations, but the global system itself. At first, the forum was modest, just a gathering of European business leaders. But Schwab had bigger ambitions. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, Davos was attracting more than just executives. World leaders began to appear. Ronald Reagan, Margaret Thatcher, eventually Bill Clinton, Tony Blair, Angela Merkel, and countless others. The message was clear. Davos wasn't just about economics anymore. It was about global power. Over the decades, the World Economic Forum became a symbol of influence. Presidents, billionaires, and celebrities all lined up to attend.
The Paris Agreement was a call to action, but is now up to all of us to build this progress with ingenuity and a commitment to change.
It wasn't just a conference. It was the conference. At Davos, the world's challenges are debated. Climate change, pandemics, artificial intelligence, war, economics. The people in those rooms aren't just talking, they're setting agendas. They're forming partnerships that ripple outward, influencing policies in dozens of countries. But with influence comes suspicion.
To events such as the latest G20 in Bali. I mean, that event, for example, is supposed to be for elected leaders, heads of states, foreign ministers, and so forth. Why does he get invited to these big official events?
Critics argue the WEF is less about solving humanity's problems and more about protecting the interests of the elites. After all, if billionaires and heads of state gather behind closed doors, what exactly are they deciding?
Quality and transparency. But then, almost no one raises the real issue of tax avoidance, right? And of the rich just not paying their fair share. It feels like I'm at a firefighters conference and no one's allowed to speak about water. I mean, this is not rocket science. I mean, we can talk for a very long time about all these stupid philanthropy schemes. We can invite Bono once more, but come on, we gotta be talking about taxes. That's it, taxes, taxes, taxes. All the rest is bullshit, in my opinion.
And so the question grows louder. Is the World Economic Forum truly working for the benefit of humanity, or for the benefit of the few? At the heart of the World Economic Forum's power lies its most ambitious and controversial idea, the Great Reset.
Now is the historical moment, the time, not only to fight severe virus, but to shape the system.
We have a unique but rapidly shrinking window of opportunity to learn lessons and reset ourselves on a more sustainable path. It is an opportunity we have never had before and may never have again. So we must use all the levers we have at our disposal, knowing that each and every one of us has a vital role to play.
Now is the time to think what history would say about this crisis. What is it that would make it so that history would look at this crisis as the great opportunity for reset?
The Great Reset is a welcome recognition that this human tragedy must be a wake-up call. It is imperative that we reimagine, rebuild, redesign, reinvigorate, and rebalance our world. Rebalancing investment, harnessing science and technology, and advancing the transition to net zero emissions, all elements of the Great Reset, are fundamental to building the future we need.
Launched during the pandemic, the Great Reset proposed that the crisis was an opportunity to reshape the global economy. Schwab envisioned a world with greener industries, digital transformation, and stakeholder capitalism. But one phrase went viral. By 2030, you will own nothing and you will be happy. To some, this sounded like a utopian dream of sustainability. To others, it was a dystopian vision, where private property disappears and ordinary people are left dependent on corporations and governments. Then there's the Young Global Leaders Program. Since the 1990s, the WEF has handpicked young politicians, CEOs, and influencers, training them, networking them, and pushing them into positions of power. Graduates include Angela Merkel, Emmanuel Macron, Justin Trudeau, Jacinda Ardern, Mark Zuckerberg, and countless others. To critics, this isn't coincidence. It's a deliberate strategy, a way for the forum to plant influence inside governments and corporations for generations to come. Through Davos, Klaus Schwab doesn't just influence leaders, he creates them. Which raises the ultimate question. Is the World Economic Forum truly guiding humanity toward progress? Or has Klaus Schwab built the most powerful network of control in modern history? Klaus Schwab's story is not just about one man. It's about how power is organized in the 21st century. From the ashes of post-war Germany to the snowy peaks of Davos, Schwab built an empire of influence. Some call him a visionary. Others call him a manipulator. But one thing is undeniable. What happens in Davos doesn't stay in Davos. It reaches parliaments, boardrooms, and homes around the globe. And so the question remains, is Klaus Schwab shaping a better tomorrow? Or shaping it for those already at the top?